see or hear me? I feel like tone vase. And there you go. We're live. Welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. For some strange reason, we had a technical difficulty, but now we are online. I can see you. I can hear you. Well, I can't hear you, but you can probably or hopefully see me and hear me. Welcome back. Nice to be here. Awesome to be here. I see Shai in the chat. I see Aniya in the chat. And hi, and thank you for being here. And today, we're going to be talking about the best cryptocurrency, the best crypto that exists. We're going to be talking about the Bitcoin price out season. Is it here? And your crypto AMA, meaning if you have any questions whatsoever about cryptocurrency or anything else, make sure you put it down in the chat right now because I'll be answering your questions. So welcome back. I also see Bitcoin Apostle coming here. I see Ahmed. What's up, my brother? What's up? And yes, my name is Paul. If it's your first time here and you like cryptocurrency, you like live streams, reviews, interviews with some of the most successful people around the world and pioneers in crypto, then please subscribe down below and hit that bell notification button so you don't miss the next video. So what is going on with Bitcoin right now? What is going on with the Bitcoin price? Are we bullish? Are we in out season? Our outs are gonna take off because we have broken resistance in Bitcoin. And the answer is not yet. See, I called that we need to close above 21.5K. Everybody was bullish at 20K. No, and 21K. No, 21.5K. And if you notice in the charts, we actually met resistance there. Let me just find it real quick. If we go to the charts right here in Bitcoin, give me a second, let me show you here. You'll see that we went up to 21, where is it? There it is, 21,300, not even 21,500, right? Oh no, a little bit more than that, 21,288, wait a second, what am I looking? I'm looking at 5 minutes, give me a second, I messed up my time frame. So we went all the way up to almost 21,500, we went up to 4,478, and that is actual resistance. That is what we need to break. So it wasn't 21K, 21.5K. You're welcome. Thank you very much. And we need to close above that. When I say we need to close above that, that means we need to get above that and stay above it for a while. Okay, so we can make it support. What is a while? Depends on your time frame. It could be anywhere from a few days to a week. Now, you might ask, Paul, how can it be different time for different people? Isn't the Bitcoin price going to stay the same or do what it's going to do for everyone? Yes, but if you're trading on the daily or trading on the weekly, it depends where you put your stop loss, right? So if you're using stop losses, that means, which you should if you're trading, that means your stop loss is right under support, right under, in this case, 21.500. Now, if you're trading on the weekly and you're waiting for that to go above the weekly, your stop loss might be a little bit different than somebody else's, if that makes sense. But that's beside the point. We need to close above 21.5K for at least a few days to a week to confirm it as support. Basically, once you get above it, and it goes back down to meet it and bounces off it, that's basically your support. In a nutshell, not getting into too many details here. So we haven't done that yet. Now, do I feel or do I think we're going to get above that? Yes, I really do. I really think that we're going to bounce back. Let me have a look at the charts here real quick. I really think we're going to bounce back and actually close above it, in not too much time at all, to be quite honest. Maybe a few days, maybe less. Now, let's give it a week. That said, what happens after? Does that mean we're bullish after? Yes, we're bullish until we're proven otherwise. And the question is, though, what happens after? How long are we going to be bullish for? How long will this Bitcoin rally last? What will it do to altcoins? And chances are, if we confirm above this, at least on the weekly, right? then we would get into what is called seasonality, or the Halloween effect, which pretty much says that stock markets are bullish till the end of the year. Bitcoin follows the stock markets pretty much, not always, it's not always correlated, but mostly is. But basically everything is bullish till the end of the year. At least that's what happened historically, especially when there's a midterm involved. So let's see how that's going to play out. This could last till the end of December if confirmed. You should be taking profits on the way up, or at least be selling at the end of December, then waiting if we're going to get a retracement, and if we're going to go up and meet it again and break that, or we're going to go further downside. We'll make a video when the time comes. That is what's going on with Bitcoin price. Okay, now I'm going to be looking at the chat in a little bit, so make sure you ask your questions in the chat, because I will be answering all of them, every single one of them. Now, or at least as many as we can get to. Now, what is the best cryptocurrency in the world? Okay, because a lot of people ask me this: what's your favorite cryptocurrency? Which cryptocurrency do you want? Which cryptocurrency do you hold most of? And so on. And most people that watch this channel already know, for me, it's Bitcoin. Let me explain. And for those of you, by the way, that oh, it's all tech and blah, 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 it's too expensive. I'll address these. I'll debunk these for you real quick. First of all, Bitcoin moves like, how can I put this? Altcoins you can become rich, you can make more profits from. But generally when Bitcoin moves, it sucks out everything from altcoins. It also keeps better value over time. So if you're holding Bitcoin, you're left with more than if you were holding altcoins, especially in a bear market. This means you can actually hold Bitcoin while still being exposed into cryptocurrency, and actually use that to buy cryptocurrency or altcoins when the time is right. Now, as far as Bitcoin being expensive, you have to understand that Bitcoin needs to be expensive. It has to be expensive. If Bitcoin wasn't expensive, it would not work. And when I'm saying expensive, there's a few different ways people see expense, right? Or mean by expensive. Number one, Bitcoin is expensive to produce, to mine, right? It takes a lot of electricity. Yes, and it needs to do that. See, if it doesn't do that, it would not work as sound money or a store of value. Let me explain. If it was easy to mine Bitcoin, well, let me tell you like this. Historically, different tribes, different cultures, different times used different types of money. Some tribes actually used seashells, but you have to understand that these seashells had some properties. They were rare and expensive or hard to obtain. So they used this for thousands of years and it worked fine. Now, when other people came from outside and discovered these tribes, and they wanted to trade with these tribes because they had different things that were expensive to them, they tried to pay them off in gold and money and whatever. Tribes didn't care, but they wanted seashells. Now, for this new people that came to find these tribes, it was very easy for them to get these seashells because they had the tech and knowledge, bought seashells in, and made a fortune trading with these tribes. Guess what happened to the seashells? They lost value, because what effectively was caused was inflation. See, hard money, which is a quality of sound money, needs to be hard to bring, to mine, to whatever. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So, for example, also over time, by the way, these tribes, as their technology progressed, it was easier for them to find these shells that also added to inflation. So seashells obviously was not good as a store of value, hard or sound money, and was dropped over time. Different things came into play, even like big rocks that was in the middle of the village, and then different smaller rocks represented the portion of that big rock because it was impossible to get there at the time anyway. Does that make sense? Well, that's why Bitcoin needs to be hard. That's why Bitcoin needs to be expensive. Because if it was like fiat and you can print it every day or any day you want, well, guess what happened to fiat? We have a lot of inflation, correct? That's why the gold standard worked, because gold is expensive to mine. It's expensive to get. It's rare, but it's hard to obtain. Now, and that makes perfect sense. If you were to make a bronze standard, it wouldn't work, because as soon as you make a bronze standard, in a couple of weeks or a month, people would go mine bronze or bring bronze and create inflation. So Bitcoin needs to be expensive. As for the fees, they're not expensive if you use a Lightning. Now, I know what people are going to say, Lightning, well, it's not part of Bitcoin. Well, okay, let me give you an example, okay, right here. When we had the gold standard, the most effective way of money ever made, okay, and it was dropped for whatever reason, Nixon, the current fiat system, we'll talk about that later if you want. Gold standard did not mean you were walking around with gold coins in your pocket and try to pay shit with gold bars like this. It doesn't work. This doesn't work with gold bars. And if it did, it would be very dangerous. So the people, you'd kill them, right? So that would not work. No, you have gold in a store. You'd store it, right? And then your money, your currency would represent that gold, kind of like that rock we were talking about before in the middle of the village. Okay? Well, think of money during the gold standard as layer 2 and gold as layer 1. Well, think about Bitcoin being a store of value and your Lightning Network is your layer 2. Does that make sense now? So that is fine. That's why it works. That's why Bitcoin as sound money and hard money shares all the qualities of gold, except it's also digital, right? So it advanced the gold standard. It's the next best thing. That's why, and all other reasons we can talk about if you want, that I've mentioned in other videos, Bitcoin is the best cryptocurrency. Period. It's not when I say it's the best cryptocurrency, I'm not saying it's better than other cryptocurrencies. I'm not saying that that you're not going to make money from other cryptocurrencies. It's a different thing. Ethereum is great. It's deflationary, right? Kind of. It's got a lot of utility. You can build on it. It's smart contracts and so on. Yes, but it's not the same thing. Does that make sense? Right? Well, when Bitcoin Apostle, when gold was discovered, people didn't talk about the gold standard either. It evolved, okay? Things evolve, things change, right? And that makes sense over time in the utility you need at the time. I mean, every single discovery out there almost is not the same as when it was first discovered or has the same utility. I mean, what? I can give you dozens of examples of this, but that's beside the point. Okay. Now, and whether you agree if somebody said if Satoshi talked about this or not, it doesn't matter because that's what we have now. So, there. Okay. And what I'm talking about is Bitcoin. Okay. So let's move on. Now, what happens with alt season if Bitcoin does break? And why if Bitcoin breaks? It's a leading indicator for cryptocurrency markets. That's what we're going by. That's what the big boys are looking at in general. You can also look at Ethereum, so you can see Ethereum to Bitcoin ratios and so on. But let's not get confused here. You look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaks 21.5K, closes above it. Chances are we're going to have an alt season or a mini alt season for that. It will probably last less. Like it will be shorter lived to the end of December. Bitcoin rally will probably rally to the end of December. We don't know that yet, but we're gonna see an alt season. And what you want to do is look at the alts that were performing well, both price wise, but generally they've been building that are standing out, if you will. We called a few on this channel. We called out Cosmos. We called We called ApeCoin. We called a couple of them. I made a video about it. PYR, Vulcan Forged. We talked about quite a few. So, and I'm kind of something because I'm looking at the chat here and then, and I really want to answer, but at the same time I want to finish what I'm saying. But let's do this, okay? Let's go to the chat and answer your questions one by one because that's what these live streams every week are all about. These live streams are all about talking to you, engaging with you, answering your questions, or at least how many I can, every single one of them. And yes, just having some fun, okay? So let's get straight to the questions here. And by the way, before I get started, Jacqueline, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. You're always supporting me and I love you for it. Thank you. I love each and every one of you, but you have to understand that Jacqueline supporting me every time. So that's really cool. Best channel on YouTube. Thank you so much. Hey, Paul. Can't stay to tune in later. Okay, that's cool, man. Thank you so much, Jackie. Love you, girl. All right, now let's move on. Bitcoin Apostle, what do you think of Craig Wright, BSV, right now? BSV is making more transactions. I hope. Look, BSV is the closest thing to Bitcoin that, if you really want to, let's talk truth here. BSV is closer to the original Bitcoin protocol, if not the same, than any other cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin. Okay, that's fine. The thing is that basically what Bitcoin ultimately is, or what Bitcoin will turn into, is chosen and backed by the most people. It's kind of like a vote here, and I know you don't like to hear this, what I'm going to say here, but it's true. When institutions accepted Bitcoin as being Bitcoin, when the developers, the nodes, the miners are all on Bitcoin, when people recognize Bitcoin as Bitcoin, guess what's Bitcoin? It's Bitcoin Core. Now, there's an argument that this wasn't Satoshi's vision, no, it was Satoshi's vision, but maybe not at the time, right? It was built upon, or not changed, but how can I put this? Evolved, right? But at the same time, that's what it is. We need it for it to evolve, if that makes sense, right? So, yes, BSV, if you read the Bitcoin white paper, BSV is the closest thing to Bitcoin. You can't argue with that, right? I always thought that there's a place for BSV, by the way. If you haven't seen my interview with Craig Wright, please watch it. I've had him on this channel a couple of times. He's in my new book that's coming out, because we talk about a few things. Is part of a whole gamma of influencers, by the way, or pioneers, or cryptocurrency successful people, if you will. But yeah, you could check out the interview. Let's talk about the FTX potential collapse. Well, we talked about this. I was trading FTX, but a lot of people were getting into it for a long-term hodl, and I said that FTX has a lot of things to prove yet. We don't know this yet. We don't know what's going to happen in the next bull market, right? It looks like it has the potential to make it, but we don't know that yet. So there's really not much to talk about. Is Craig Satoshi? I have no idea, dude. I don't know who Satoshi is. And I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just. You know what the Dunning-Kruger effect is? It's when the more certain you're about something, the less intellectual you actually are. People that are successful, or people that have a high IQ, more rather, they tend to second guess themselves and not answer something with certainty. I don't know if Craig Wright was Satoshi, because I wasn't around back then, and I didn't follow closely enough. So who is Satoshi? Might be a team of people. Craig Wright was certainly a part of it, or influenced, or was around there at the time, but I don't know if he's actually Satoshi or part of Satoshi, if that makes sense. I wouldn't know. Hello, Paul. Your opinion about the market continuing dumping and starting to go up? Well, we talked about this. PPM, we talked about this. I was bullish. I told you we're going to go up for a while. I called the bottom at 17K. It was 17.5K. Fine. This was last year, before last summer. On this channel, on BitBoy Crypto's channel, at the end of the year, I said we're going into a bear market. We're probably coming out after September, and price is gonna be reflected after 2023. But I also said that we're gonna drop down to 20 to 24K, and we're probably gonna break that and go to 17K. So we anticipated this. So why is it going up? Probably seasonality, the Halloween effect we talked about earlier on, plus the midterms. That's a catalyst. And generally, historically, that's proven to be the case, both with the stock market and cryptocurrency, since it follows high-risk stocks, if you will, or at least the same principles. What is the next resistance of Bitcoin after 21.5? I think it's 24 something. Let me have a look real quick. Can I even see it here? It's 25 psychological, 25,100 psychological, I would say, if you include the wicks. Love you, Max, love you too. CZ pulls billions after FTX. Due to signs of inability to... I actually didn't follow the news. Wow. Well, there you go. We talked about this last year. So let's see what happens. Aristotelis Katsaros, I'll try and... I was actually gonna translate this, but it's actually in Greek, in English. Kalispera, which means good evening, Paul. A quick question about ISO 20022 projects. Your opinion on which ones to buy and when to buy? Well, one of them would be crap. No, not crap. Not a shitcoin. My head is like, it's a bit like slow. It's all the chemotherapy I've been taking. In case you didn't know, I'm on chemotherapy and getting ready for CAR T therapy. I know I look great. That's because I am great. But yeah, it kind of slows me down. For fuck's sake. Really? I'm gonna skip that question for now. But yeah, I'll answer this. It's good to name some. Somebody name some ISO 20022 cryptocurrencies down at the bottom, so I can tell you. My head's kind of stuck. You need to hold some of them. In my opinion, you need to hold some of them. Because it's going to gain hype, it's going to go up, and it's actually tradable. And sorry if this wasn't the best or most articulated answer to any question I've done so far, but I am struggling a little bit here. I'll get my flow back in a second as we progress through this live stream. Ahmed says, Ethereum versus Solana, which one is better to hold more? Well, I can't really tell you that. It depends which one you believe in more. I think Ethereum in general, I'm holding more Ethereum. But that does not mean I don't believe Solana will do well. One is a little bit more decentralized than the other. One is more platform building, smart contract building and more deflationary. The other one's going for more gaming. It's niching down in the gaming industry. Of course, you see the likes of Google starting to use that. You need to hold both. If you're holding two cryptocurrencies and you're holding Ethereum and Solana, I would go 50-50, for example. Now, if you had to sacrifice some of this to get into other cryptocurrencies, that would be a different story. But that would be my view on it. Hey, Paul, is now the time to buy altcoins? I told you to buy altcoins a while ago or start getting into them. Upon confirmation, which we talked about earlier on, that would be the time to get into altcoins for the time being, as you're taking profits into Bitcoin till the end of the year. And then once we have a bullish trend reversal confirmed, in other words, we keep on going up, and we'll talk about that when the time comes, that's when you start buying altcoins. And yes, you will have time to accumulate them. And yes, you will still make a lot of profits. Bitcoin Apostle asking 1,000 questions about Bitcoin SV, trying to say which coin follows the 20. We already answered that, but just because you're asking all these questions, trying to shill Bitcoin BSV, I'm not going to answer any more of your questions. At least for now. I'll think about it later on. Or I'll tell you some of them. I'll answer some of them just because I want to answer some of them. Okay? So, which coin follows the 20? Yeah, okay, white paper. Okay, BSV is the closest to it. Miners have to play the rules of the game. I don't know what you mean by that, and I really don't care. I really don't know what you mean by that. Okay, so. I'm a Bitcoin maxi, but started loading up on BNB last year. Good play. I think it's going to make a lot of money, and you can take that and convert it into Bitcoin, or at least the profits into Bitcoin over time, and accumulate more Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin more than any other cryptocurrency as well. Ahmed says, what do you think Chile's been holding well? I think Chile is one of the good plays in the market so far. People are coming on the channel in 2 minutes. They want to hear about Craig. What do you really think about him? Well, you can watch our interview with Craig Wright. I've interviewed him. I was one of the first, well, not the first people, but, well, yeah, one of the first people that supported him on my channel, had him speak on my channel. So you can watch the interview and you can decide about what you think about Craig on yourself. You don't need me to tell you my opinion on Craig. Generally like Craig, by the way, and I really appreciate him if that's your question. Bitcoin is a gambling coin, not a tech coin. I disagree. Why would people have to go to Lightning at work steps to make more transactions? Well, just because it's cheaper, right? And it's faster. I mean, makes perfect sense. And if Bitcoin is like gold, and gold is a store of value, and you have money which represents gold, Lightning is your layer 2, which corresponds to Bitcoin, to that store of value. So generally, how can I put this? Money is your layer 2, or at least during the gold standard of gold, which represented gold, which gold was the store of value. Satoshi did not talk about Lightning at work. So, Satoshi didn't talk about a lot of things. Doesn't mean he would never have talked about them. So if you're trying to tell me that, back in the day, medicine, or, when people discovered certain scientific facts, just because we found more and more evidence to build on them, we shouldn't have. Medicine wouldn't have evolved. Medicine wouldn't have evolved. Science would have evolved. A lot of things would have not evolved, and neither would have Bitcoin. This guy is a cool Bitcoiner. I am a Bitcoiner. Better Cool, Chris, Crypto, and more. Yasu Apokipuro. Yes, I am very well. Thank you very much, Chris. Absolutely correct, Bitcoin Apostle. People are screwing up with Satoshi's vision. Are they? How do you know? The more transactions to make on Bitcoin, the higher the fees go once it scales. Will be, yeah, okay. This is assumptions, by the way. You have to build businesses and data centers with Bitcoin. The white paper first says it's okay. Yes. We know all this. Get over it. Evolve. Things evolved. There's a lot of things that those laws back in the day that just don't make sense now. So they had to evolve to make sense in court. Matic is one. Yes, Matic is Johan Matic is a great cryptocurrency to get into. I've been talking about Matic almost a year, been telling you that it's going to do great things, and it has. Imagine what it's going to do in a bull market. I actually think it might even drop the Ethereum layer 2 function and become its own layer 1 at some point, because by the looks of it, it's doing very, very well. I don't agree, Bitcoin Apostle, about what you're saying about Matic. But then again, you're a BSV, a maximalist, so you're going to say every single cryptocurrency is going to break, which is not the case. I hear that every cycle. It could be done on BSV. There's no need for every site. Okay, good, great. I'm not saying BSV should not exist, a Bitcoin Apostle. I think it should. I think it's part of the I've made a lot of BSV videos, as a matter of fact. I think it should exist. Let the best coin win. That's the great thing about capitalism. And you can't say that Satoshi Nakamoto, or at least Craig Wright, doesn't agree with that. What Bitcoin is, what described in the way? Okay, yes. Satoshi is poor. I'm not, man. Far from it. I'm late. Doesn't matter. Being late is okay as long as you're here, bro. What's up, Slovenia? Stanko Novak. When will we see the top of Bitcoin? Bitcoin's gonna. We don't know that. Are you talking about this cycle, next cycle, generally? Whatever the question is, the question is, we don't know that. I can tell you that the top, if seasonality kicks in, probably the end of December, but I might be wrong, right? And when I say wrong, I don't mean wrong. I mean, we have to see what volume, price analysis, what things going on with TA to try and see what's going to happen with Bitcoin, if that makes sense. If you can short Bitcoin with cash, Bitcoin will never make all-time high. You can short Bitcoin, just like you can short any stock. So why wouldn't it make all-time high? People tried shorting Bitcoin. People did short Bitcoin. Guess what a short squeeze is? That's right. So no, I don't agree with that. And if you and shorting Bitcoin with cash, you put it on an exchange and you short it. And if you're talking about cash, like, you can't short anything with actual cash. You have to go through an exchange or broker. So I don't know what you're talking about or trying to talk about. All around, you're a great guy, buddy. Get off the Bitcoin horse. Why? I can be great on the Bitcoin horse. XRP is yes, it is a great coin. It is a great cryptocurrency. I was not against crypto. I sold XRP before the SEC, and I made a video about warning everybody. Nobody really listened to me, and then said it's not going to go up for a while. No one believed me. Unfortunately, a lot of people in XRP just holding the bags haven't done much with it. But I think it's going to do very well in the next bull run. And yes, that is the best ISO 2022. XLM also, of course, is a fork. Which coins do you suggest to buy now, Johan? I can only tell you what I think are going to do well, and I actually made videos about this. If you actually go to my channel, let me show you real quick. Which is YouTube, of course. If you go to my channel here, Crypto Factor, on YouTube. Oh, by the way, if you wanted to see the Craig, there you go, it's right there.
We all would like to
forget the ad. The Truth Behind Bitcoin with Craig Wright. You can watch this video. It's 1.5 hours. And I have more BSV videos and videos with Craig Wright.
Talk about what success is.
Very good interview, by the way. One of my favorite interviews I've ever done. And one of the few people that Craig Wright never had an argument with and actually agreed and disagreed on a lot and had a great conversation. So anyway, if you go here to the videos tab, you can actually see, you know, which cryptocurrencies to buy and when. And if you scroll down, stop buying. Okay, this is the stop buying one. But if you go and scroll down here, you'll see buy this cryptocurrency on this date, or this is a good video to watch. They lie, by the way. Buy cryptocurrency, what and when, 10 cryptocurrencies to buy and when to buy them. All these cryptocurrencies I mentioned are great cryptocurrencies. By the way, while we're here, this is the Shorts tab. This is where you can see 60-second videos. A lot of great videos here, right? Live streams are here. Playlists, so you can see what kind of videos. I'm actually updating these as well, but you can actually see quite a few. And yes, I do have my own private cooking channel here because I'm trying to learn how to cook or make food. And of course, you can go to community, see the community updates I do here. And then if you want to go to memberships, you can become a member and actually see some members only posts. You can't see this, by the way, if you go right now. You'll just see all the posts that you can see. But members get these extra posts here. And of course, my store, where of course depends where you're looking from, depends on what you see. And if you want to know more about me, just go to cryptofactor.net. And you'll see Craig Wright right here, by the way. And yeah, you can learn more about me as well. Maybe check out my affiliate links, or, you know, my books, which I've written, and so on. Which I've written quite a few books, by the way, as you can see. So, there you go. Any more questions? XLM, yes, XLM also. Cosmos is a great cryptocurrency, and one of my favorite cryptocurrencies, by the way, that I was talking about last year to get into this bull market that's coming up. And I also told everyone to buy the dip on that. Is SHIB still a good investment? I was always more of a Doge guy. I was talking about Doge before the pump, before Elon Musk. People were making fun of me. I even had this thing on my older videos where you could actually donate Doge to my dog, which loved Dogecoin. Is a bit bull. Is a bullish. Is a bit bull. A bullish pit bull that loves Bitcoin but also Doge. What do you think about Beyond Protocol? I actually don't know much about it, so I can't really talk about things I don't know about. How's your health doing? Update. My health is doing okay. I finished my chemotherapies. The lymphoma has subsided, not as much as we hoped, but it has. And I'm getting ready for CAR T therapy, which is going to be very difficult, by the way, and extremely dangerous. But hopefully everything will work out, and I may even be cured. There's like a 30 or 40% chance of that. So let's see how that works out. Seasonality looks like it's going to play out. Yep, I'd say it is. XRP is a loser coin. Better get XMR. XMR is also a loser coin if you put it that way, because it's good in the sense that it's private and everything, but is it really as decentralized as they're talking about? I like XMR. I don't own an XMR right now. I don't think there's a place for it right now, but there could be in the future. Bitcoin scales on layer 1. It does microtransactions on base layer. Thank you very much. Lightning Network is not evolving. It's a layer 2 though. Paul, do you think potentially that the next bull run could be later than expected, for example? No, I don't think so, unless World War or something happens. And even then, I believe Bitcoin will decouple at some point. Bitcoin is strangled on not how Bitcoin was supposed to. Okay. You skipped my question about Lightning. I didn't see your question about Lightning then. How are miners going to make money from off-chain transactions? I do not know. When the block reward goes down, they'll still make money, right? How are they going to make money? Miners are going to make money from verifying transactions still. Just because you're going to have Lightning Network doesn't mean they're not. Now, I think there are other ways or other protocols for people to get paid from Lightning Networks. But I'm not really that in-depth of a tech channel to talk about that. I might make a few mistakes, so I'd rather not talk about that. That is something I want to study, though. And yes, I do study. I've studied at the University of Nicosia. I've studied blockchain and so on. I'm studying more DeFi and so on, and I will study more. So chances are I'll be able to answer that question better when the time comes. How's life, brother? I hope you are well and blessed. I am. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Is Gala Gaming safe for investing? I would say it is. There was I made a post on my, that's why you should follow me on the community tab. By the way, subscribe down below if you haven't already. And make sure you hit that bell notification button so you don't miss videos, but also post, because on my community tab, I post things like this. So Gala Games hack wasn't really a hack. It was solved since then and should be okay. Umar says, there's a lot of shitcoins in this market. Very true. It makes hard for me to find the right coin to invest in. Look at the top 20, top 50 coins. Been using KuCoin's Smart Rebalance bot, which helps so far because I get to choose a bucket of coins. I haven't looked into that, man. I haven't looked into it. Law is not a protocol. Okay, but I gave other examples. Shah, Matic Cosmos already gives 3 to 4x from the bottom. You told us to buy, but I missed it. Yeah, I made a few calls that already gave 3 or 4x. But hey, it is what it is. You missed them, you'll get other ones, man. Don't worry about it so much. I'll go quant. Yes. HBAR is a good cryptocurrency, which is an ISO coin, by the way. And Quant, that's the one I was looking for. Quant looks like it's doing very well and had great price action as well. So is Algorand. Memes will pump. Retail has shorter attention. But yeah, that's true. And understand the tech. Yeah, of course. In the next bull run or close to the hype bull run. Will you give 100x when the time comes? Not sure what you mean. Oh, 100x coins? Well, I can try, but it doesn't mean there'll be 100x. We just get in and we trade over time. I mean, there's no sure way of knowing beforehand. I mean, I'm sure you've realized this from being burnt from other YouTubers. They give 20 predictions, 2 of them work, and just talk about those 2 of them all the time and delete the rest of the videos. I mean, I'm not going to do that. Guys, smash the like button, says Aristotelis Katsaros, and I appreciate him. This guy is amazing, not to mention he is Greek. Yes, I am. Both. Dogecoin after Twitter accept payments from it. Yeah, I should do very well. Hey, Paul, Rene Montenegro, my favorite bear. How are you, my man? So, yes, if you have any other questions, put them in. Put them in the chat right now so I can answer them. Put your questions in the chat. Let me drink some water, some aqua. Bitcoin Apostle, wish you the best. Hope the best for you. Thanks. Sorry if I said no. It's fine, man. Bitcoin Apostle, it's fine. I actually appreciate your questions because it gave me a chance to tell you my views. I think you will see I'm a pretty balanced person and don't like to make convictive opinion. Like I don't like to like pretend I know about something I don't know or take a stance where I'm not sure about, if that makes sense. What's up, SRC? Welcome to the chat, my man. Welcome to the chat. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you got value from this bald head of mine, please subscribe down below and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss more cryptocurrency videos. And also, the shine is real, so you can get more shine. Shah says, you told coins like Solana at $2, Mana at 30 cents. I did, man. No one listened. And any coin, well, next bull market is the next bull market. We'll see what happens in the next bull market, my man. But yeah, I made some great predictions, and they all fell. They made 100x and more. But I can't promise you. I can try, but who knows? Like, if I see something, I'll call it. But again, I can't say I will 100% do it. I'll try to do it. Obviously, I'll tell you my cryptocurrency. I'll tell you my picks. Last time it was what, 90% success rate? Maybe this time it's just 50. I don't know. Bitcoin Apostle, miners are not going to make money verifying transactions when there is no transactions being made because there's a cap on the block. Okay. Bro, Cardano down. That's more of a question for Andreas Antonopoulos, in my opinion, or Ivan on Tech. Or statement for them. Bro, Cardano up or down? I think it's going to go up. Billy Lions wins a different story. Billy Lions, will we retest 17K again? If we break support, yes, it's quite possible. These bear market pumps really mess with your emotions. Yeah, it's very true, man. We could very well test 17K. We could even break 17K and go to the 15.6K level. Paul, you look thinner and looking good. Thank you very much. Lost a lot of weight. High protein, low carb, and chemotherapy. Does wonders, my man. But yeah, I've lost a lot of weight. Unfortunately, a lot of muscle weight. But hey, I am a lot better than I was a while ago, to be quite honest. At least I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? Positive about it. I have noticed I have difficulty with certain words and thinking fast, but that will get better, I've been assured. Do you think helium is finished? I have no idea, but I never liked helium. I looked into it. I kind of almost went onto the bandwagon and I dropped out of it. A lot of BSVers in your channel, bro. Yeah, I have a lot of BSVers here because I was talking about BSV. I made a lot of videos about BSV and I'm not against it, man. I'm not. Also, I've actually done some work with Craig Wright. You probably didn't know that, huh? Cardano and Twitter. Don't know what you mean. What do you think, can Institute dump crypto after January 2023 for investing? Oh, number of things could. Wars could get worse. We could fall into a recession, even a depression. We don't know yet. What do you think about CZ versus Sambank FTT dumping by CZ? I have no opinion about it, but I like Binance better. And I don't really use the FTX. Never tried to. I didn't like it, didn't trust it. What is going on with the BitBulls project? Great question, Ahmed. Because of my health, I don't know if you know this, I do chemotherapy. I'm also going into hospital. The only thing I'm doing for BitBulls right now, bitbulls.io, is getting in contact for them with major people. All marketing is outsourced and everything is run by my partner Alex right now until I get better and I can get hands on it again. When alt season? When we break 21.5K and convert above it, more than likely. Interview with Alex Becker. I would love to have Alex Becker on this channel. I actually tried to interview him on my other channel, but he denied. So, you said medicine. You can choose best altcoins, top 100. I could, but it's going to take a long time. I'll give you some I'm holding. Is that good enough? Okay. I'll give you some. I'm not going to give you all of them. So, I am holding Bitcoin, obviously, BNB, Gala, Matic, Algorand, Ethereum, Solana, Atom, Mana, Sand, XRP, ApeCoin, Cardano. By the way, small positions, right, on most of these. Pancake Swap, Wax. Vulcan Forged, obviously. World, Uniswap, SushiSwap, a whole bunch of other ones. I gave you a mix of microcaps and whatever. What do you think about ADAX? Oh, Avalanche? I love Avalanche. I also hold Avalanche. What do you think of the copper case? I have no idea about it. Who are the main sponsors in Copper Case? I don't know what Copper Case is. Why is the Copa going after Craig? I don't know what Copa is, and I didn't know they were going after Craig. What is Craig saying about it? What do you think about the Richard Hart lawsuit, something or nothing burger? That's something I saw today. Don't know what's going on with it, but I'm kind of not surprised. And I did mention in many videos, I talked about Hex. I said you can make a lot of money in Hex. I'm actually holding Hex. I'm staking Hex. And I called it a money-making monster. I also said that it has, and people Hexagons are going to hate me for this, but I'm not going to deny what I said. I did say it has Ponzi-like attributes. And the truth, and I'm not saying it's bad, I'm a holder. I'm in the 5555 club. And I do like Richard Hart. I had the best conversations with Richard Hart, you know, and he, when I was a small channel, he helped by being on my channel and everything. But I don't like the way he was acting lately with all the Gucci ups things. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. That's for him to decide. But it did make himself a target, if you will. So who knows what's going on, but I'm not surprised. If he is being sued, that is. After Metacoin, Sand, and Mana, which is the biggest position in your portfolio? What? My biggest position is Bitcoin, dude. Before that, after that, microcaps jump after the Bitcoin all-time high. Shah, you're rushing, man. Why don't we... You keep on asking me questions for the future, and you do it in the comment section too, and I don't mind. I answer all your questions, right? But you have to understand, I am not Nostradamus, and I'm not like these other YouTubers that act like they are. So I can't tell you, and I can't answer you these questions until the time comes, until I see the charts, until I see volume, until I see momentum, until I see a lot of things. That's when I make my calls. Anybody calling the future with Nostradamic accuracy it's not gonna. It doesn't work that way, man. Yeah, have some patience. Why don't we break 21.5K first, and then talk about micro caps jumping after Bitcoin all-time highs? We haven't even broken the first line of resistance yet. Do you suggest staying away from Luna? Yes. Could they still be around in a few years' time? Don't know. But I don't like it, Luna, anymore. So I don't think they're gonna do well anymore either. So yep, 41 people watching this, only 26 likes. Really? Give this video a thumbs up. I'm really trying here. I'm really trying, struggling, answering every single question out there. The least you could do is like this video. Let's count the likes. Like this video. 1 like. That's 1 like right there. Come on. 20. That's another like. I don't know who that was. Another like. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Give those likes. People leaving the live stream. They're like, oh, fuck this. I'm not going to like this. I'll just leave. Click. It doesn't matter. Like the video, then leave. Do you hold on any stock? I do at times. I trade stocks. I'm a swing trader in stocks. Gala, $1. $1. Gala, $1. Give me a second. Let me see. Gala $1. Or $1 if you're in the UK. £1, that is. Gala, gala, gala. 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 Possible, but that would probably be close to the all-time highs of cryptocurrency. It's possible because we reached 60 cents. So I don't see why not. I don't see why it can't break its all-time highs and go just up 30% from there. I don't see why that's impossible. Call Gareth Soloway again and only talk about Bitcoin, please, this time. Too many people want to hear about other cryptocurrencies and other things, says CRC. But what you can do is you could just watch the Bitcoin part and then just click off after the Bitcoin part. I'll have Gareth Soloway on here, what is it, the 6th? It's Sunday. I'll have him here on Tuesday. Tuesday, 10 o'clock EEST time. I'll have him on the channel. So I'll probably publish the video anywhere between 10 o'clock and 12 o'clock EEST time on Tuesday. No DOT. I like DOT. I'm not saying I don't like DOT. I think it's going to do well in the next bull market. But we'll see. Best channel, I swear, small but the best. Thank you very much, Ali. We're trying to grow, man. Trying to grow in this bear market. Can you see the Shiba Inu chart? Why? There is absolutely no point. Shiba Inu will run when when meme coins run. When Gareth Soloway, we'll do it Tuesday after 10 o'clock EEST. You're very welcome, NDRECA69. Magical World, do you like Gala tokenomics? I do and I don't. I just trade Gala. I'm not like long term, like as in like gonna hold Gala for like over 5 years, unless I have like small bags left over, which I'll accumulate. But I'm trading Gala. Christian Ager Hansen, I do not know him, Bitcoin Apostle. I apologize, man. Ahmed, appreciate it too. I appreciate you as well. Will HNT survive? Wait. Do we have a coin for a coin flip here? We don't have a coin. I wanted to make a joke about flipping a coin. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. What I do know is I'm not holding any or getting into it. But yeah. Thank you very much. Go ahead, subscribe down below. Why do you hate OneCoin? OneCoin, the scam? OneCoin, really? If you Google OneCoin, Google why it's a scam and Google why I would hate it. Quant is to buy now. Hania, I would buy it if we break, I would have bought it when I told you to buy it. Or I would buy it again once we confirm a bull trend or reverse, or at least a short-term one, and then I would buy it. But I wouldn't buy it right now, right this second. Do you suggest DOT for long-term holds like 4 or 5 years? Yeah, why not? It could be part of your portfolio, but not the only cryptocurrency in your portfolio for that time frame. First time catching you live. What's up, G? Unfortunately, you're catching almost the end of it. But yeah, I'm still here. Opinion on Suku? No opinion on Suku. Evercoin is up. Only BSV is at the same price that it first came out. What does that tell you? But no one really cares about it. Right now, anyway. Harmony Coin, why do you hate it? Why you keep telling me that I hate coins when I don't really hate Harmony? I just don't like it or in it. There's a very big difference. I'm skeptical about it. Anyway, thank you very much. Please subscribe down below. Hit the bell notification button. Like this video if you did. I love you and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.